Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our first week of the Chicago High School Esports League and League of Legends. Today we have Lincoln Park versus OPRF. So we got the Lions versus the Huskies. Uh, we will be starting this game shortly within the next 5 minutes or so. So sit tight, enjoy the show, and feel free to cheer on your team. All right, we'll be starting picks and bans in just a minute here. Matched up, these teams look fairly even, just from rankings. We do have some plats and diamonds on OPRFs, so they will have to Lincoln Park will have to play up a little bit. Mostly plat with a silver and a gold, so we'll have to see how that'll work out in the game and how they work with the deficiencies. Both teams have a silver on their team, so let's see where they end up going. All right, so Lincoln Park is going to get first ban and first pick. So let's see what they're going to take out here. Okay, we got first ban is going to be Quirky. So Lincoln Park may have done their research to find out who OPRF plays. And we get a Fiora ban out of OPRF. Lincoln Park definitely taking their time to do their picks and bans here. using up every second of their ban phase. Not sure if they're deciding or if they're indecisive on their picks. So Zyra, second ban out of Lincoln Park.
I'm absolutely
A
livid.
Vlad ban out of OPRF.
No cure for fools. End of the line.
And looks like it might be a first pick Lulu here. And it will be a first pick Lulu for Lincoln Park. So now OPRF gets 2 picks, and we'll go 2 picks back to Lincoln Park, and then we'll switch back until everyone is picked. We do not have the 10 bans yet like LCS has. I believe that'll be coming soon, but we don't know when it'll be. Might be the midseason after the midseason patch. So we get a lot of we get a Kled top lane, which is going to be a lot of aggression, a lot of damage, a lot of initiation out of OPRF. Thanks everyone for checking us out this morning. So back from OPRF, we get an Alistar pick, and then Lincoln Park immediate instant locks Hecarim in for their second pick. Are we going to get an Ezreal? So Ezreal's going to have good escape against the Kled, against the Alistar, as long as he shifts correctly. It's going to be very hard to catch with that Lulu and all the buffs and shields that she's able to give. So if they do lock it in here, it could be a good choice to have that escape for AD carry. Looks like we're going to get an Elise, probably in the jungle. And is he going to lock inside? No, he's going to hover. Just hover. Get the crowd into it. Wants to see the new champs. Caitlyn locked in is a very safe pick with Alistar combo. That will be very aggressive lane there. They land a cocoon. Easy trap, easy knockup from Alistar. So OPRF is going to have a lot of pick potential. Katsuo hovering over the Poppy. Poppy would be a decent pick. They have a lot of dashes with Caitlyn, Nets, Alistar, Kled. They have plenty of dashes, which will be able to be protected from the protect the AD carries with her W. Put up the thing and just staying by the AD carry, not be able to do anything. But instead they lock in Galio. So Galio top lane, which also provide protection from his ult. And then we go with Ori. So they're going to have a lot of backline catch. So a lot of backline potential, a lot of ways for Ori to get her ball in the middle of a team while they're CC'd. And it looks like OPRF is going to last pick their mid lane. So let's see what they end up last picking. All right, and I go with a safe pick is Ari. So we're gonna have some time here to talk about what's gonna happen in the early part of the game because we'll have a 3-minute wait time until we actually get into the game with the delay. If you guys that are playing or actually have the stream open, if you please would at least mute the stream. That way there's no allegations for cheating, even though it is on a delay. I want to make sure that no one's accused of cheating. Thanks again for everyone joining us here. Teams are just swapping champions and roles, and then we'll get on our delay. And I'll take a quick break to refill my coffee this morning. All right, we got 3 minutes. I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'll be right back. Good luck, everyone in game. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. We got about a minute left until this game starts. We can just go over how the teams are built up. So it looks like both teams have a decent amount of CC and as well as protection. So uh, I think OPRF definitely is going to go the pretty heavy tank, which is going to be difficult for Ezreal to do the damage and for Hecarim to actually get a pick from them because they're just going to be so tanky with Kled, with Elise and her cocoon, and Ari with her dashes. Uh, I definitely think the Poppy pick would have been better in the top lane instead of the Galio, considering everyone on OPRF has a dash. That definitely could have helped out. But OPRF definitely, with the amount of CC they have, it's going to be hard for Linkin Park to avoid it. So if they get one person, they're pretty much going to be insta deleted because everyone on OPRF has some form of CC or catch up. But if they can keep the Ezreal protected with Galio, they might just do okay. And if Hecarim can get to the Caitlyn in the back line and delete her, uh, they should be able to do okay. But if Hecarim falls behind a little bit, he will have issues deleting anyone on OPRF's team because of the amount of CC once he gets to the back line. So this is the first game for the season for both of those teams. Most of the other teams are going to be playing tonight between 5 and 7, I believe, were all the times. And we'll see what ends up happening tonight with the rest of the teams. Hopefully, everyone will send me their replays. I'll get them posted up on YouTube. This will be the game that I'll be casting for the week. I just happen to be home and they're playing early enough, so I have I have enough time to be able to do that. So let's get this all set up. Let's put the scoreboard up. Move the time. We don't need the chat. Let's reorder these. All right. Guys, let me know in chat if volume levels are good, if you need me to move anything, if everything else is okay, then we'll be all set.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So it looks like OPRF is going to go for a safe, just camp the bush, make sure no one's invading. OPRF does have a really good pick potential, that level 1 fight to get the first blood, but it looks like they're not going to charge in. They have plenty of stuns, although the team, if they went all stun, they'd be a little lacking in damage that level 1. But they decide to go against it, everyone just goes back to their things. It looks like Cled's always gonna put a deep ward in by Raptors, just to check and make sure.
Minions have spawned.
And both teams are going to start their respective bot lanes for all the help they can get.
A sniper's greatest
So far I have not
tool
seen
is
at this level
precision.
the LCS start, so where
And
they start
quick
Raptors and
equipment.
then go red after that. Most teams are starting still their bot side, but I haven't seen that pop up much in regular play yet. So for both of these champions, both of them easily could have started Raptors, got a little help from their mid laners to use that build. But looks like they both take clean buffs, no problems, no issues. Gonna get some early poke off from Kled onto Galio. Definitely gonna do some pretty good damage. Gets the bear claw on him and is able to poke him out a little bit. Galio's gonna have a tough time going in until he gets Kled down a little bit, until he can last a little bit in those middle of the fights. Just because every time he goes into CS, he's gonna have that little advantage. So good trading up top. It looks like Kled's gonna get some pretty good damage off. Gonna get the flash out of Galio, so that he doesn't get shot. So we're gonna see both junglers are topside. Hecarim looked like he might be going for an early gank. Try and get that first blood. Galio did take dash, so he might be able to get this gank off if he gets him. Gets the C. Oh, gets Kled's flash. So now they're both flashless on the top side. Galio missed his taunt. Had he landed his taunt, he might be able to get that kill. Hecarim didn't use Ghost, so he's still okay on that front. In bot lane, looks like Caitlyn has a big CS advantage, but Ezreal has a lot of minions back there, so he'll be able to catch up pretty good. Kled's gonna get poked on with the stack, and Kled gets the first blood. Too aggressive for Galio, wasn't able to get out of that. Tried to get the kill, but his magic damage shield just wasn't able to keep him up, because Kled doesn't do any magic damage at all, so... First blood goes to Kled in the top lane, so it's going to make it even more difficult for Galio to handle. So bot lane, Ezreal already used his potion. Caitlyn's doing a good job at keeping everything pushed in. So let's see if the jungler ends up showing up bot lane soon. So put a gank on them since they want to keep this lane pushed in as far as possible. Looks like they're going to set up another gank on Galio in this top lane. He doesn't have flash. He is fairly gankable at this point, so... He does some pretty good damage up front to Elise, but it looks like he's going to get jumped on. And he's going to probably go down here. Yeah, right down. Just too much CC, not much he can do. And we got Alistar diving in to try and do a bunch of damage to Lulu. Almost gets the kill, but then backs up. So Lulu trying to poke down some of this wave so that Ezreal can farm most of the camp here. He's still not too far down in CS. He's about 8 CS down. If he picks up most of this wave, he'll be okay, but it looks like he's missing a lot here, so. So let's see, it looks like both junglers are on that bot side, so we're gonna see if we see a gank or a dive out of OPRF. With the Lee Sin Cocoon, they can definitely get away with it. Oh, here comes Hecarim, gets knocked back. Gets knocked back twice. Oh, still gets the kill onto Caitlyn with the dash. He did have to use Ghost there. They're trying to go for 2. Oh, but Elise shows up. They might be able to pop Ezreal. Oh, good shield by Lulu to save a big chunk of that damage. Alistar's cooldown should have been up, so they should have been able to do something there. Some good poke coming out of Ori. Galio kind of getting zoned out here. We'll see if he'll be able to keep up. Fled's almost 6. So good trade from Galio, even though he's still down in levels. Kled still has the Tiamat already. He's able to do pretty good damage if he lands the whole combo. Elise warding up the river. If you see bot side, river is completely warded up. They don't want to get that gank from Hecarim again. Good dodge by Linkin Park's mid lane. Missed most of that whole combo. And we see the big CS advantage for Kled just because he has so much potential and pressure in that top lane. Galio has to basically just stay back and farm with Q, so there's not much he can do to fight that until he gets a few items. Interesting that he went with Thunderlords instead of maybe something like Courage of the Colossus. He has so much innate CC with his taunt and with his dash that you would be surprised if he just went with just Colossus, something like that. But looks like they're going to gank again. Kled's going to flash, but it looks like he might die here because he tries to go into turret. Good gank by Hecarim to get in there. As Elise tries to gank bot, lands a cocoon, but no follow-up because the lane's too far pushed in. And Caitlyn's in the back farming. So good gank on top for Linkin Park. As we see gold advantage, we see most of it on OPRF side is due to the top lane difference in CS. Hecarim is definitely beating Elise in the jungle, and he's getting more pressure all around. And we see Elise trying to come on the back side for a gank here. Lands one stun onto Lulu, almost kills Lulu. Ezreal doesn't have heal, he has no way to help her, so she's gonna have to go back because Elise is gonna be able to kill him or any of them when they dive. So once they hit 6, so Ezreal has to try and keep this wave pushed in as much as possible. He's got his tier, so he's able to keep his mana, grow his mana up, so he should be okay here in the bot lane, as long as Elise doesn't come back too soon. The one issue with Ezreal is if you're not landing your abilities, it's hard to keep up. Looks like Caitlyn might be able to get the kill here if she ults. But she's not going to ult yet, and here comes Hecarim. And a perfect ult by Hecarim. We're going to get a TP out of Kled. Is Gala going to respond with a TP? Oh, good shield by Lulu just to keep him alive. And Galio knocks and stops the teleport. He's going to probably go down for it, but he did save his bot laner. So let's see if he ends up going down. Misses the bear trap. He is able to get out, so stop the TP from Kled. Able to keep that bot lane alive and keep Hecarim alive. Hecarim had a great ult to get out. Great ult to get out of the Alistar CC, so he doesn't have to worry about it. So let's see what happens now. At least looks like she's roaming top, possibly for a dive. It will be hard for Galio to stay alive here if they were to dive him. So he's going to try and recall. Looks like he'll be able to make it safely. we do notice a big CS disadvantage in that bot lane. So Hello Joker is having a hard time trying to keep up as they keep getting pressure in the bot lane. And he's just getting chunked down. Lulu not 6 yet. Looks like Gala's gonna face check. I think he missed the cocoon there. But he's still gonna, Gamekid's still gonna chunk him down for half his life. Galio just does not have enough health, enough armor to deal with that Kled now with a Phage and a Tiamat. So Lu's gonna try and hold the lane here. Hollow Joker went back for a cannon minion, or on a cannon minion wave, so this is gonna actually do quite a bit of damage if they were to poke down the turret. They're gonna dive. Lulu's gonna ult. Lulu ult at the perfect time. They might be able to get Alistar here. One more auto, gets it. Ori does not have her ult anymore, but she's gonna keep going on to this Caitlyn. It was a great roam. I didn't even notice Ori going up. Gonna flash and get the kill. So double kill for Ori. Great roam by the mid lane there. And great job by Hero of Hyrule to hold on to that ult until the very last second to make sure guarantee that Alistar. Alistar game. Oh, misses the cocoon. They're still gonna go in on it. They're probably still gonna be able to get the kill on him here. Lots of ults wasted. Wasted his Kled ult. Cocoon missed. Had they landed the cocoon, they probably could have got him a little quicker. But looks like Linkin Park might rotate to Dragon, although they're going to back off. They're probably going to lose top tower for this, especially with Elise. Definitely pushes really hard with her spiders. Able to clear waves pretty quick. They're going to get some decent chunk on it. They might wait for the next wave and take it completely out. There's nothing Linkin Park can really do about it. Kled is going to be a handful to deal with in team fights if he's allowed to get to anyone, even frontline, backline right now. He's got 80 CS. He's got plenty of damage items.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So first turret goes to OPRF. Gold advantage is still almost 2k in their lead, and that's mostly due to bottom CS. Caitlyn is sitting right now 120 CS if you count Alistar. Oh, looks like they're baiting in for the gank. Hecarim with that dive again on that back lane. That's what's going to be one thing that's going to be hard for them to deal with, but they're able to flash and get out of it. So it looks like Linkin Park is doing great on their roams and great on their ganking. They just have to work on their CSing. If they were caught up on CS, they would have a lot more potential here to kill. Ori's gonna ult, Ori's gonna dash in. Sorry, Ahri's gonna dash in. Ori's gonna shield most of the damage away and comes out of that trade ahead. Elise roaming in that river, which is fairly well covered with wards, so they saw her. Yeah, it's a good question why they didn't take. They knew they had the pressure. They actually had bot lane pushed into tower. They knew Elise was top, so they definitely should have taken Dragon there. Especially Mountain Drake, it's one of the most important ones. Inferno's usually only one of the other ones. Another missed by Ori, and then Hecarim's just gonna go right in. Ult out of, oh, what a great play! What a great play by that team. So baited them in with the missed the cocoon again, and then landed everything else on them. Got the 2-man ulti plus the dissonance, I believe it's called. But definitely a great play by this mid lane Ori. 4-0 right now, 122 CS. They're gonna get Kled ult on the mid lane. Ori's gonna try and get out, but there's really no way for her to escape that. She has no flash. She did have a cleanse, but she pretty much went the wrong way into the team there. So Kled picks up a blue. Now we're gonna see him roam. Looks like bot lane. They might try to pick up a dragon here. Putting some pressure onto the Hecarim. Alistar takes the plant over the wall by himself, so are they going to try and pressure? No, they're going to back up. Looks like they're going to try and take Dragon here. They do have ult. Hakram has ult to get over the wall. And he does ult over the wall and is able to smite it, and he actually is going to get out of there clean. All 5 members of OPRF were there, and they were not able to handle that. While Galio's constantly pushing top, they're going to get that tower probably on this wave here. And let's see how OPRF reacts to this. Oh, we're going to get a TP out of Kled. He still is able to get the tower. Galio probably will go down for this. He does not have much health. He doesn't have a Sunfire. He doesn't have much armor. He does flash. Is he going to get the kill? He gets the kill due to the minions, so just too many minions there for him to handle. In the chat, I see single elimination. No, they play 1 and 1, so 7 weeks of matches, and then we come to playoffs, which will be elimination style. So no one's in it if they lose, or no one's out of it if they lose. Everyone's still in it. This is a league, not just a tournament. So, and Ori putting some work on that mid turret. No one, Alistar just showed up, so got some good work. But now that they know Alistar's mid, bot lane's gonna be able to push a little bit harder here. It was a great kill by Galio in the top lane against that Kled with not too much damage. All he had was a Catalyst and a little bit of AP. So that Thunderlords will help him in that early game. When it comes to late game, when he goes more tanky, that it's not going to do as much damage, or Colossus as he's in the middle of team fights. And also Stoneborn or something else to go be a little more tanky will help him. Have a little bit of trading going on. Corey gets hit with this charm, is able to trade out just because he's so far ahead. Had he landed that ability, they would have been able to. Oh, we got another bait setup bot lane. Hakram dies on that back lane. Gonna get the ult from Galio. Gonna get the flash out of Caitlyn. Let's see what they're able to do. Looks like they're turning on. So Alistar turning onto that front line. Galio's diving the back line, so they're doing pretty good here. Let's see. They're gonna end up getting a kill for it, and they get Alistar. So great coordination by Linkin Park to combat that. They basically baited them into that and come out ahead because of that trade. Even with the Kled ult, even with all the CC of Alistar, they just can't seem to kill Hecarim as he's on that back line. Use the exhaust and still not able to kill him, and forcing Caitlyn back. So we got recalls coming on everyone. They're going to reset, spend all the gold they just got. Able to take that turret, which is great. Did leave a big wave for Caitlyn to farm. They could have let that wave sit there a little bit longer in order to deny some farm from her, but she's just not able to do the damage that she needs to kill Hecarim fast enough. At least going to steal the blue buff away from Hecarim, which will definitely be a little problem for him. But he does already have a Sheen built, and he almost has his Triforce, so he should be okay. Hecarim goes to check his blue buff, and it's already gone, so they know that they've been up there. So interesting that we've seen very few rotations out of the teams, even though 2 towers are gone. And top is all gone. That bot lane hasn't rotated up to mid, or hasn't rotated to all 4 down back into bot lane again to take that tower. Hakram looks like he might be caught out here. He goes back in and then tries to ult away, and we're gonna get the ult from Galio. And it looks like everyone's going to be safe. Is Galio going to go dive in more? No, he's going to back out. So everyone's safe. Oh, except we get a catch there. Good ult after. Lots of stuff going on here. Galio just staying in that back line, disturbing everything. He will go down. No, he gets saved by a shield. Oh, and then Ezreal gets caught. So that would have been a great trade for Linkin Park had Ezreal not gone down. Let's see if Ori can do something else here. She doesn't have ult. She used it in that fight. So that was great for OPRF to be able to stay into this game. Even though it was 2 for 1, they were able to get the Ezreal. They did lots of damage. They should have had Galio, just bad focus. Not able to do that damage. So this might give him a little confidence to try and team fight a little more. Ooh, Ezreal almost goes down. Or Ezreal almost kills Ari with that ult. Check the plants. Gonna see Elise. Gonna see the red buff or the red trinket or the red. I can't talk. Control ward. 10 seconds until Dragon. It's going to be another Mountain Drake, so this would be great for Linkin Park, and they're pushing, and they're taking Baron. They'll be able to burn Baron down very quickly. They're going to start on it right away. They pretty much denied all the vision. There's 5 members there. Cled's pushing top. Always just sitting, waiting in that bush for someone to check it. She's just going to back up, going to take it clean. Nobody's going to contest, and OPRF does not get anything back from it. They tried to push mid, but the wave was too far behind. Looks like we might get some initiation. We get a flash out of Galio. He's going to catch Elise. Elise is going to disappear pretty quick. 5 men there. Cled's still pushing top lane, but decided he was going to try and come team fight, but Linkin Park might be rotating to take an early Baron. They have 2 Mountain Drakes plus they have, or they're just going to set up a pick, a death bush here, so whoever checks it. Oh, just a little early on that death bush. That pick potential in that back line from Linkin Park is just destroying the back line of OPRF. They're just going all in on them, and they're just not able to do anything with it. Very good coordination out of Linkin Park. Looks like they might be trying to go on Kled. No, they're going to back off. Looks like they might back up and reset, and then probably go for Baron. We'll see what happens here. Linkin Park is definitely showing how teamwork and coordination can definitely help over just raw levels and raw skill. So even though bot lane's getting out-farmed by 50 CS, the rest of his team is able to coordinate better and work around him. As we check gold values for the team, for about 23 minutes, Linkin Park does have its first gold lead. And as we look at totals, Oriana with the 9k gold is up, 2k gold up on the mid lane for OPRF. Looks like Kled is trying to push bot, and Linkin Park is willing to take Baron. Are we gonna get it? We're probably gonna get a TP out of him, but they have no good ward setup. Diving that back line while the Baron damage is going on. Definitely a mistake for Linkin Park. Kled's not even in the fight yet, so that pick potential, they totally took away from the pick potential. Not able to team fight while fighting Baron. They took big chunks out of Baron. And it looks like OPRF might get away clean. Oh, an ult from Ori. They get a kill. And is Caitlyn gonna be able to get a kill? Oh, good shield. And she's able to live. Lulu's still harassing, running around top. Not sure if she's gonna be able to get away. Looks like she might. And they're all gonna reset and go back. So let's see what ends up happening here. Are they gonna go back for Baron? Ends up being a 1-for-2 trade for the side of Linkin Park. So they still come out a little bit ahead, even though they took a big chunk. So that time, just the initiation of the Baron and fighting there and taking the damage up front. They really don't have a big tank, a big armored tank. Galio just now finished Randuin, so he's able to do quite a bit of damage with the Rod of Ages, but just doesn't have the potential to stay in there. and take all the Baron damage for the team. He was fairly low when that fight started. Had he been a little more healthy, they might have been able to do a little bit more. Cled's going to take a free bot lane, so they do have TP advantage on Linkin Park, so if Galio wants to split or wants to go over there, he'll be able to deal with his team fairly quickly with the teleport if they ward correctly. At least clearing the wards in the bot lane. Let's see how Linkin Park handles this. They are now down in gold after that last team fight. Again, it's mostly due to that big wave that was top lane pushing. And had Linkin Park been able to get onto that Baron, get that Baron, they would have taken top tower easily. That was a good 3 waves built up. Almost gets the kill onto Ezreal there. Akram's gonna ult in, but looks like he's gonna have to run out of there just from all the damage from Ahri and landing all of her shots. Oh, and he is able to get Scar back. He's gonna try and ult away. He actually doesn't go too far, but looks like they're just gonna back off and call it a win. Had he not been able to get Scarl back, he would have easily died there. It was a great try by Linkin Park. Looks like both teams are going to try and reset here. Another dragon is up in about 30 seconds. And it's going to be another mountain. So this could be 3 mountains for Linkin Park if they're able to secure it. Which would be great if they were able to get Elder buff. Because that would double the potential to be able to take Baron instantaneously. We should have one more. If they take it quick enough, they might have one more dragon before the Elder is spawned. And it looks like they're all rotating down now to get coverage, whereas OPRF is nowhere near there. They should all be over there. Elise is top lane. Alistar just backed. So it looks like they're probably going to get this uncontested. And they do. Bad rotation from OPRF there. And not able to do anything. They're going to get nothing. They might get mid out of this if they push it fast enough. Yeah, it looks like they'll be able to get mid turret here unless Ori can move his way quick enough. Nobody putting any pressure on her, so she's able to clear it pretty quick. They're still going to get it with just one minion left. And Cled's pushing bot lane pretty hard too as well. Cled has plenty of damage to be able to deal damage to that tower, and he's fairly tanky, so they are going to have to worry about that. Cled's split push potential. His TP is up, so they lose the TP advantage on that. Yeah, good call, Cookie. Yeah, Hecarim hasn't completed a full item yet. He keeps building several pieces. He definitely needs to finish his Triforce. His Trinity Force to be able to do that extra damage. Hasn't completed. He's got a lot of health. He's got a Bambi Cinder plus a Giant's Belt. Had he completed something else, he might be okay here. Or he cleanses the cocoon. He's going to go back in. He's going to get the shield off. Lulu's ulted on Ezreal, which does keep Ezreal healthy, keeps him alive. Hecarim is going to try and get the back line, but is not able to. And it looks like they might take that 1-for-0. Ahri went in hard. The rest of the team wasn't able to follow up, and Hecarim countered pretty quickly. And now that Galio is a little bit more tanky, it's a lot harder for Cled to deal with. He does, if Cled wasn't so low, he'd be able to do pretty good damage to him. And there's Hecarim diving on that backline again, exactly what we talked about earlier. We get the heal, and then we get the ult from Galio. Able to knock up 2 of them, get a flash. I think that was a Galio flash. He didn't get flash very far. Looks like we're going to get a backdoor from Cled, but he's not able to do anything. We're going to get redemption from Lulu, going to heal everyone back up to full. And Linkin Park's in good prime position here to clean this up. Oh, what a great ult by Ori. Two-man ult. Onto two people there. Got Caitlyn, got the two carries. And then Galio just throws his ability out there and cleans up. Galio's just so tanky now. He's so hard to deal with. And they're just not able to protect that backline. Oh, three-man knockup. Let's see what they're able to do. They're going to go on Lulu. Lulu's going to ult to keep herself safe while the backline tries to do the damage here, while Ori tries to get everyone. Oh, just misses the charm. And Alistar's going to stay on that backline. Try and disrupt him. Shield Galio looks like they might be able to get out safe here. There's not much they can do to catch up. Kled's ult is down. It looks like they're just all going to reset. Probably going to get a Baron Dance right here. So OPRF has to be really worried about this Baron. Even though they're losing 17-7, they're still only 1,000 behind in gold, which is unheard of. Being down 10 kills, but only 1,000, and that just goes to the CS advantage in that bot lane. Top lane has pretty much caught up. And just to see the gold differential, bot lane is pretty even, just because he hasn't, he's only died once, and that was in the early game. But you see the big disadvantage in that mid lane, 2,000 gold advantage for the Orianna. Start the Baron. Looks like they're just going to start it right away. Not sure if they have enough vision on them to really do it. And they just take it so fast with the three mountains. They're just able to take it so fast. Still poking away. Not much they can do. Looks like Linkin Park's going to rotate top lane. OPRF's going to go bot lane. Maybe they're thinking that big wave, they're going to do that way, but Linkin Park's going to set up in that top wave. That's pretty big top wave, so they'll be able to chunk it. So two people going bot lane is going to destroy them. Just with the Baron and with all of the minions there. Three Mountain Drakes. They're just melting turrets down. All five can easily, with just one or two waves, be able to destroy the turrets. There goes Hecarim on the back line. Great ult by Galio. That combo where Hecarim dives into the back lane. It just ends up working pretty great. Great ult by Ori. Saves it till the end. Is able to get three men in that ult. Ezreal goes in. They get an inhibitor. And they back out. So 2 for 3. We're going to get the ult back in. And it looks like they're not going to be able to do much. They're going to try and do some damage here. Ezreal's going to continue to poke and slow him down. So still 3 members alive on Linkin Park with the Baron. Oh, just gets out of that bear trap. He would have been dead had he caught by that bear trap. Trying to clear up some of Caitlyn's traps. Probably unnecessary at this point. They're not going to be fighting for Baron. There's no real reason to clean up those traps. But Linkin Park does take about a 4k gold lead at this point in the game. It looks like they're taking another dragon right away. And it just completely disappears. Ori soloed it by herself. 3 Mountain Drakes will allow you to take all those objectives very quickly. Looks like we're going to get set up for a push in the bot lane. They're going to try and steal the blue buff away. Looks like he did steal it away. Hecarim diving in that backline. No Galio ult this time to save him. So let's see how this fight works out. Kled trying to get to that backline. Alistar gets a 3-man knockup, but Lulu's there to save the rest of the team. Well, Ezreal sits in that backline and just destroys him. Hecarim goes down. Kled flashes away. It looks like the rest of the team might be able to get away here unless Ori can get a pick over the wall. No, they're just going to reset. They're going to have to clear that wave. So 1 for 1 on that trade. But OPRF is very low at this point. Baron buff still active on 3 members. It's about to die down, so if they're able to get this turret quickly, which they should, because there's 4 members here, dealing with that Mountain Drake, they're going to get another inhibitor here. And let's see if they try to go for the killer, if they back and reset. There is no wave in the mid. Nobody prepped the wave, so that's ready to go. So there's nothing that can be done there. So they're gonna clear that wave right there, but another wave's gonna hit that tower. Looks like they might try to back and reset. I'm gonna steal another red buff away from OPRF. Ezreal's just gonna go ham onto Clay. Gonna pop Scarl, but it looks like Galio might die here. He does go down. Ezreal might die too, so they might be getting a little too greedy here. Going in, not able to get a kill. Oh, but here comes Hecarim. Ezreal is able to get a kill, just staying in that back line. Just keep poking at the LSR. Now he has enough damage to do it. And since they're so tightly together, they're able to be able to hit his skill shots and be able to get away with the protection from Lulu now, with the redemption and all the shields that she's able to get. Take some poke. Hecarim's gonna ult, misses the ult, knocks Ahri away, but they're still able to get the turret. Here comes a Kled ult from the base. So he's not able to land it on anyone. Gets the bear trap onto Ahri, but they're gonna do lots of damage to him in that backline. Ahri misses her ult. Oh, Lulu goes down. Ahri almost goes down. We're gonna get a TP out of Galio, but he's just gonna back away. There's not much they can do. OPRF has to clear these waves. They have almost double 2 or 3 waves heading there, crashing into there with super minions that would definitely destroy the base. But Linkin Park wasn't able to get that inhibitor. Not quite GG yet. Yeah, agreed. They have a lot of pick potential, but they're just not able to keep Galio off that backline. So it makes it rough for OPRF to do that damage. And we'll check the damage charts after. Wish I was LCS and be able to check it in between, but not able to check it. So it looks like they're all going to reset. This should be one of the near last team fights unless OPRF does come out with a big win here. OPRF will not be able to finish the game. The death timers are too low and their waves are too pushed in. Having 2 lanes that do not have inhibs. It looks like Linkin Park's just going to walk in. Another cocoon missed and then gets chunked down by Ahri. Hecarim again on that back line with that Galio ult. It's just working out great to separate that team. And then Ahri just getting the back 3-man ulti, able to destroy Caitlyn and do a big chunk to Ahri. This will be GG right here. Alistar's the only one left. He's doing his best to try, but 3 all hidden hits down. Top did respawn, but that Mountain Drake will definitely be able to destroy those turrets. Great game. Great game by Linkin Park. So victory goes over to Linkin Park this round. So looking at the stats, we notice how much damage Ahri did compared to that Ahri. Big difference there. Even though Kate had 35,000 damage, Ezreal trumped him at 53,000. So definitely you can see the total disadvantage there between the two. All right, get in the next game here. Just switch up the sides. And so Linkin Park goes up 1-0. Let's see if they can go with the clean sweep or if they're going to end up tying it. So I have a few minutes in between games. It should not be more than 5 or 10 minutes at the most. Let me know in chat who you guys think are going to win. Is Lincoln Park going to take the clean sweep? Or is OPRF going to make a comeback and get that 1 point out of it? If you guys want to check out the in-depth stats page, Battlefy, as long as the tournament code is working, they do provide all the stats and damage, and I believe even the link to the game onto the Battlefy bracket page. So feel free to check that out. So we'll see how they'll be able to react to this game, who the bans are going to come out from OPRF, where they're going to come from. We did see a big advantage in their bot lane with that Caitlyn CS, but she just wasn't able to transfer that into any kills. Elise was able to pressure very early. They got a double kill up on the Galio on top, but they weren't able to turn that into anything. And they were not, when they were in, before they got to the team fight stage, she should be able to destroy if she lands the cocoon with the Ari Charm or the Alistar stun. A couple things that they didn't do is they didn't roam much. Linkin Park definitely showed better advantage there with the mid lane roaming to the bot lane to get that early double kill, as well as uh, jungle roaming constantly and setting up picks. Big problem for OPRF is they weren't able to get any deep vision, so they weren't able to see when they were being set up, when Hecarim was hiding behind a wall. Hecarim definitely did a great job hiding in places and knowing where the other jungler was or where they're going to try and gank just to counter gank them. So make sure, guys, as you're here, let your friends know. This will be a league that will be setting up for all Chicago high schools. So any teams that are on in the league, feel free to jump in the chat. Let us know you're here. You guys will be playing later. I know Taft's game will be streamed, twitch.tv/TaftHS. I believe Quake, the bottom lane, is going to bottom lane support will be streaming our game later today at 5 o'clock against Whitney Young. And I'll put the rest of the games up on YouTube when they send me the replays. Alright, so we get first ban Hecarim. They wasted no time banning out Hecarim there. They do not want to have to deal with that Hecarim in that backline again. So great first ban. Great reactionary ban, but definitely one that was needed. He definitely made the plays that game. And definitely should have finished an item or two before he went in, but he was still able to do lots of damage at that point.
I recommend skipping.
So not sure if they're watching chat or not. That's why I wasn't saying anything. But Lulu band, good band. They did have first pick, so if they left it open, they would have been able to play it, which would work great with a Caitlyn. She did pretty well in that bot lane. So if they were to combo Lulu plus Caitlyn, definitely would have worked. But they just don't want to deal with it, so they'll ban it out.
Right.
And then they're Linkin Park's gonna come back with the Caitlyn ban. So lots of reactionary bans, basically champions that were played last game.
I'm absolutely livid.
We get the Vlad Bane from OPRF. Depending on what comp they're trying to build, they could be trying to counter something or try to make sure they don't get countered by a Vlad.
Oh, I knew you was all yellow.
And then we're gonna get the Kled Bane. So most 5 reactionary picks, 5 or 4 champions that we're not gonna see again this game. So let's see what they first. So first pick Lucian for OPRF. So I know Caitlyn Lucian definitely is very high in the power bar right now, probably tier 1. See him most games definitely. By a skilled player, can definitely control the game. So let's see how Linkin Park reacts to this. Hovering over Braum. We locked in Braum and a Mumu, so definitely going to be another jungler who's going to be able to make plays. Braum going to be able to give inherent CC, and maybe they could be counter picking, make sure Lucian doesn't get the Braum on his side for the constant stuns. Thanks again, everyone, for checking us out this morning. Early morning League of Legends here. We're going to get a Karma insta-lock. We're waiting to see if he's hovering over Lee Sin. Is he going to play Lee Sin? Lee Sin can be one of those game-changing junglers if they're played well. Hover over the Shaco, Lee Sin. And we're going to get the Lee Sin. So we'll see how he'll be able to handle uh, his jungle. Definitely a good counter to Amumu because Amumu just doesn't have enough damage early game. So we'll see how they'll be able to deal with that. We get the Ezreal again, locked for Halidwa Joker. We get a hover over Fiora. And we're going to get the lock on Fiora. So definitely a difference in Linkin Park. They're going to go with more of a tank in that mid lane and a carry in the top lane. Or a tank in the, tank in the jungle and a carry in the mid lane. And go with another tank in the bot lane. Braum will be able to block quite a bit with his shield. So a lot of poke and a lot of stuff from the side of OPRF. We'll see how they're going to pick. And we're going to get a Tom Kench and a Katarina locked in. So Linkin Park still needs to pick their mid lane, and they're going to pick a Fizz. So we're going to have some swaps coming around. We should be all set to go. We have about a 3-minute delay. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back, and then we'll get started. Let us know who you think picked better, why, in the chat. I'll see you guys in about 2 minutes.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, guys, so here we go. Game 1 has started. Let's see. Or Game 2 has started. Linkin Park was able to take the first game. Well, looks like we're going to get an early invade out of
30 seconds until minions spawn.
OPRF. They're going to sit in that brush there. There's no wards in there, so let's see how they're able to combat that. Get everything organized here. Tom Kench in that top lane. A little more tanky than that Kled. OPRF is just going to back up. Scare a Moo out of that. They don't have too many stuns at level 1 right now. They do have a lot of poke, but they're not able to actually lock anyone down from OPRF side this early in the game. Looks like Lee is going to take the Raptors first. So good trading out of Tom Kench here on the Fiora. Fiora does have 3 health pots, so she's able to heal up if she needs to. Ezreal's doing a lot better farming this round than he was last round. At this point, he was already really far down. And now we see the true potential of Fiora and see how they're played. Against this Tom Kench, if he's able to proc, the passive is definitely going to do lots of damage. Looks like OPRF is going to go again with this pushing hard in the bot lane. Push him all the way back to the tower constantly. Probably try to get him to avoid getting any CS. Last game he had a hard time CSing under tower. Big advantage for OPRF there. A little bit of trading, nobody going all the way in yet. Linkin Park a little bit healthier on the bot side. With the Karma shields and with the poke, that's to be expected. You are now able to push in that top lane. Big minion wave. Fiora's going to go to ward the bush. Going to see the Lee Sin. Let's see, he's going to get a big amount of damage, but here comes the jungler again. Great counter gank from the Linkin Park jungler. Lee's going to have to flash away. Going to try and get Fiora, but not able to do the damage. Amumu's bandage should be up in a moment, and he will probably go down with a flash. Great counter gank again by Linkin Park. The jungler knows exactly where to be and exactly where to counter and shows up at exactly the right time. So great play from him. Lee Sin's gonna barely get away from that Amumu bandage. Tom Kench picks up a Ruby Crystal and attempt to get a little more poke off of Fiora. CS advantage is still to Tom Kench. He did lose out a big chunk of CS on that wave. He had to teleport to it, but he still wasn't able to get much of it. And Fiora goes back and gets the early Vampiric Scepter, so he's going to have a lot of lifesteal in that top lane. We check out CS advantages. Ezreal's doing a better job at keeping up this game, 33 to 39. Mid lane is fairly even. Fizz at 35, and Cat at 37. And top lane's doing a lot worse, 21, 22, for each other. So missing out on a lot of CS, but there's a lot of trades going up in that top lane. So more focused on fighting champions than minions. We'll see how they come back to catch them. So Tom Kench goes all the way in. Amumu tries to keep the bot lane. Brom's going to get the stun. Lee Sin comes in. Let's see if he's able to get anything. Gets a lot of damage off on Amumu. But Amumu was able to get out cleanly. So Lee's going to check that to take the Scuttle Crab there in that river. Great poke coming out of OPRF there onto the Ezreal. Fiora hit 6 just before Tom Kench is able to get his ult off. Not able to proc the last bit in order to get the kill. So again, bot lane pushing them into that turret constantly. Get a little bit of a trade here. Cat ult's not able to do much damage because Fizz was playful trickster. Fizz gets a giant fish onto Katarina. This will probably spell death for him. And he does. Amumu still has his bandage toss. Hasn't hit 6 yet. It looks like he's not even going to need it. He's just going to walk in there and Fizz will clean him up. Great job by Linkin Park in working together and landing that Fizz ult plus having Amumu there just for protection once that Lee showed up. Looks like we're going to get a roam bot by Amumu. Brom's going to go in. He's not 6 yet. He does get a slow off onto Lucian. And he misses the bandage toss onto Amumu. Lucian's about doing a lot of damage to Amumu at this point. So he's probably going to have to back off here. And they'll reset. They might push the wave out. And then head back as soon as they can. So CS-wise, Tom Kench is a little bit up on Fiora, although Fiora is able to trade very handily with him. Tom did pick up Bambi Cinder, so he's going to be doing that passive damage to him. Fiora should be able to heal back up most of that with the Bambi Scepter, but we'll have to see how that goes. So good trade by the cat in the mid lane, comes out just a little bit ahead. Doesn't need to ult. He'll have to take advantage of when Corey does use Playful Trickster and is able to get out. Just because if he times it right and he gets a full channel on the ult, it'll definitely do lots of damage to Cat there. Looks like Amumu's trying to set up for another counter on bot lane, although Lee is nowhere near there. You are doing quite a bit of damage to Tom Kench here. We're going to get a roam by Lee Sin. And he's probably going to go down here. He does go down. So good play by Tom Kench to go aggressive. Lee to counter. Does use the ult to secure the kill. But that's alright for OPRF. Gets a little gold back. Lands the bandage toss on Karma. Locks down with the stun. She's going to go down fairly easily there. Still no ult used by Amumu. By Shara here in the bottom lane, or the bot lane, so. Does use that Playful Trickster, probably will go down here. There's the fish, and he'll die to the fish. Oh, but he dives back in and gets killed for it. Had he just let the fish hit him, he'll probably would have died to the passive. So not sure why Fizz went back in there. Fizz definitely should have stayed out of that one, otherwise he would have lived. Make sure, guys, if you're here, you're letting all your friends know. Follow the stream, follow us on Twitter. Make sure that we get the word out there. The more people we get out here, the more sponsors will be able to get, the less you guys will have to pay, the bigger the prizes will be. And we see Mummy just sitting there, not sure what happened. He was waiting to ult entirely too late, and they're not able to do much after that. Had he ulted right off the beginning, they might have had a chance here. Braum uses his ult. He is not going to go down. We're going to get the TP out of Fiora, but Tom Kench is going to just pick Lucian up and run away. Ezra now taking lots of damage from the minion wave as he's trying to poke out Lucian. We get a ping onto the Infernal Drake. Let's see if they're going to end up going for it. OPRF here trying to counter and get the Tom Kench ult in. Came by himself. Lee Sin is there picking top, so if Linkin Park plays this out the right way, he'll be able to get it. Oh, there's the ult. So it didn't go down. Cat goes in. Cat's able to ult, but is he going to get any resets? Fizz is diving their backline on the other hand. Cat does go down to the 4-man in the top lane. Now they're going to try and go for more. Karma's going to get the poke off with the Q. Right now, Linkin Park is up 1-0 on OPRF. Ooh, had Tom Kench been able to stop him. Oh, looks like we're going to have Fizz die here. Unless he can get out. Playful Trickster over the wall. Oh, good job. He does still have Flash, so he should be able to get out of here fairly easy, and he is. Lee Sin is still farming that top lane. And Mumu shows up. He's going to smite for that speed buff, but it's Lee Sin, so he's going to be able to get away. This is the first game for the league right now. Early start for everyone. 11 a.m. No other games are played. I believe the next one is at 4. I don't think it will be streamed, but I will post the replay on YouTube sometime tomorrow or Tuesday. So Ezra are going to go place a ward, a pink ward, a control ward in that bush. Karma's going to get a lot of poke off. Not able to do much else with it past that. Braum's going to clear their regular ward, but their control ward will die. Replaces another one in that bush. So if we check the CS, Fizz is doing a much better job than the Cat this game. They were fairly even last game, but then we also have Ezra doing much better than he was doing last game as well. Tom Kench is going in on this Fiora and is able to come out ahead in almost every trade. So it was a good counter pick to that Fiora to be able to just do lots of damage to him. Linkin Park is going to reset and try and take this Infernal. Last game they were able to get 3 Mountain Drakes. We'll see if they're able to secure this one by themselves. Oh, looks like Cat's going to go in. Cat's going to ult, but Cat's not going to be able to kill Braum. Not going to be able to get any resets. So let's see how they react to this. Tom Kench pushes that wave in. Puts a ward in the tri-bush. He might go just clear the ward. Let's see if he tries to ult and tries to get over to them. Scuttle taken by Linkin Park. Lands the bandage. Fizz is able to get Katarina, not able to get any resets. And then they're going in on Karma while Lucian's attempting to do something in the bot lane. Able to bring him low, but not able to get any kills. Dragons is going to go down to Fizz. Fizz is passive. This is W passive. Oh, it looks like Fiora, just doesn't go in. He's got a lot of damage, or a lot of armor, so he should be able to dive this if he wanted to. And he does just dive it. He does go down, though. So, tanked it for a little too long. Had he gone in the last time, he would have been able to kill him. Lee Sin lands a Q onto Amumu. Is not able to follow up. There's 4 members of Linkin Park. Going to take this dragon. Good control of objectives here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But in return, they do get first turret on that top side again. They were able to get it first turret last game. Linkin Park does have the gold advantage, only by about 1,000 gold. Even though it is 9-4, so they're up 5 kills, but not able to get too much of a gold advantage here. Alright, we're gonna get a pause here. Not sure if someone disconnected. Looks like they're having some issues in-game with some ping, so they're gonna try and get that resolved. So we'll see how long this pause ends up being. Hopefully it's not too long. They might just be trying to restart clients. I'm just going to turn it to a black screen right now while we wait for the game to start. As soon as it comes back, we'll put it back up. Make sure no one's checking words, anything like that, just for no cheating. Give me a second here. Good. So right now, I'll let you guys know, even though you can't see, Fizz right now is 4-101, 118 CS. Has a gold advantage, 5,900 to the 4,500 of Cat. Cat is 1-4 right now, 94 CS. The big problem with Cat is I haven't been able to get any big team fights off, haven't been able to get any resets. She's diving on the back line while the rest of the team is trying to protect Lucian or peel away. Had they all been able to go in together, Cat would get the resets and she would definitely be able to dominate the fighting here. But they just haven't been able to land anything. They haven't been able to get any big team fights. So we'll see how Cat will play in that late game. If they're able to chunk someone down. Fiora is kind of squishy, as well as Ezreal. But Fizz will be hard to kill with his Playful Trickster and throwing his ult out there to be able to throw his Chum Waters out there to stop Cat's ult. So lots of potential there for Fizz to avoid damage. So Ezreal and Fiora will be the only 2 people that they'll be able to really kill quickly. But if they're able to get to that backline and kill them quickly, let's say like Lee Sin is able to knock the one back into them, Cat will get the resets and she'll be able to continue on the team fight while Tom Kench is in the back doing damage. But lots of stuns from Braum, from Amumu to be able to counter that Katarina, so we'll see how well it'll end up playing out. Had OPRF been able to do Morgana, something there to give a shield, a magic shield to Katarina, they might have been a little bit better off. Yeah, it sucks when the game's paused. About 5 minutes right now. Have about 5 minutes left until they have to resume, no matter what the pings are, or if anyone's disconnected. Each team gets 10 minutes of pause time per game. So far, it's been a great game and a half we've had so far. We're at 16 minutes into game two. Lincoln Park was able to secure the first game. Uh, right now, they are ahead in gold by less than 1,000, but they do have Infernal Drake up 9-4 in kills for Lincoln Park. So I'll be coming back from the pause within 4 minutes at the most. Alright, looks like we're back in game. Gonna resume. Lucian in the bot lane. Farming that wave. Ezreal and Braum are on their way back, so let's see if they're gonna continue pushing, see how it's gonna work. Ezreal gonna ult to clear most of that wave and get a little bit of a chunk down onto Lucian. Lucian's gonna heal up most of that damage. It looks like they're gonna go on Karma, and she's gonna go down. Lucian might be able to get a kill on Ezreal. Ezreal heals. Lucian has to flash away, otherwise he would have gotten hit with a stun from Braum. Braum had one on it. One stack on him. But it looks like we're gonna pause again. They have a right to pause. They have 10 minutes of pause time, so if they need to reconnect, log out, they can. They have every right to. 10 minutes of pause time in case of connection issues. I believe mid laner is going to try and restart. There we go. Alright, so looks like we're going to jump back in. Back to farming for a little while. Let's get the items back up. I do not believe that plant saw a Mumu. Oh, maybe it did. But they did see him with killing that pink ward, so let's see what they're gonna do. Fior's in the back, clearing the wave. Karma's roaming mid. We got a lot of little action going on. Lucian went back to buy. It's definitely look like Cat's having connection issues here, not able to CS correctly for the past 5 minutes or so. clearing out the control ward in that bush in the river. Ezra by himself kind of does miss the Q and the bind there, not able to secure it. Rom shows up to try and help. Lee Sin looks like he's gonna come and try, maybe dive, or maybe just come to protect just in case. The next dragon is another Infernal. It won't be up for a little while still. So we'll see who ends up securing that. So far in either game, no team has taken Rift Herald. We'll see how that'll change with the mid-season update that we'll have in a few weeks to see if they'll end up being more important. Fizz is able to land Chum the Waters onto Lee Sin, gets one ability off, and it almost kills Lee Sin in one shot. But Fizz, depending on when his cooldowns are up, he might not be able to catch up to him. But he is able to. No assist for either Fiora or Amumu, who were near, but not able to land anything on them. Amumu now sneaking around the backside. Looks like we're gonna have another pause to let them reset client. Hopefully this will be the last one. They only have about a minute and a half to get back into game before they have to restart, so hopefully this is a quick one and they'll be able to come right back, and hopefully that'll fix the issues. A lot of times, just sometimes disconnecting, reconnecting will help it out. Yeah, pausing sucks, but I remember there's one game where both teams were having connection issues for Taft, and we ended up using nearly all 30 minutes of the pause time. For one game, because nobody could have a good connection. So it helps.
A summoner has reconnected. A summoner has reconnected.
So they're both reconnected. Let's see. Hopefully this fixed their issue with their connection. Alright, looks like we're gonna get the restart. Not sure if it fixed it or not. Looks like they're just gonna go on the back line there for Karma. Mumu does waste his ult, so he's not. That's gonna be down for a significant cooldown. Karma and Lucian made the good call to just go straight onto Mumu, not to have to worry about dealing with all three members there of Linkin Park. And looks like he's just going to continue to sit in the back, but this might be his downfall. No ult, misses the bandage toss, and Lee Sin is there to counter it. Lucian almost gets it, but not able to secure the kill. And it looks like they're going to turn around. They're going to get a stun on Lee Sin. He's down to half health, going to throw the exhaust out there as well. He is able to get away though, so no, or they were able to secure him. Not sure who was able to do that. But OPRF and their connection issues is definitely playing a big disadvantage for them. Cat was near in farm to Fizz when this game, when they started having connection issues. So we get the ult out of. And it looks like Ezreal and Lucian are going to trade here. Fizz is going to jump on the back line with Karma. And it's too late for the Lee Sin kick. And Fiora is able to go on to Braum there. Hollywood Joker's able to dive that bottom wave. And they can't seem to overcome these connection issues. Cat is able to secure a kill there, so it's a good comeback for her. If she's able to get one more. Oh, great kill. Is she going to be able to get away? That would be the question. Oh, she might actually be able to get Fizz. There's the triple kill out of Katarina. This is what I was talking about. Once she's able to get her resets, she can do quite a bit of damage. And she still gets out of there, chunking down Amumu for 3/4 of his health. So great play by Katarina there. Not sure if her connection issues will resolve, but that definitely will help her catch up, going from 1-4 to 3-4, getting that triple kill. Tom Kench getting some pretty good poke. There's no tower for Fiora to return to. And Tom Kench getting the slows. Going to be able to chunk down the damage on Fiora with that, and then just continue it. But not much after that. Lucian and Karma's able to pick up that bottom turret. So able to get more pressure, and now the next Infernal Drake is up. So looks like Karma's trying to get in position, warding, so that they are able to see where they're coming from. Everyone's in position. Oh, Ezreal takes it over. Takes the plant over. Gets chunked down for half his health. And it looks like Linkin Park might have to back up here. Rom and Ezreal sitting at half health, so OPRF does have the advantage in this Dragon Pit. They might be able to secure the second dragon. Tom Kench comes with the ult in, so now they are 5 men trying to take this Infernal Drake. This will be the first objective for OPRF. And Linkin Park is just split up. They're not able to do anything. Mumu was trying to sneak around the backside, not able to get anything, and died to Tom Kench alone. He might just get away here. Lucian's ult, he flashes, and he's able to secure the kill with the flash ult, flash culling. OPRF moving to that mid lane. Linkin Park is definitely at the disadvantage. Ezreal's in the bot lane clearing a wave, and it's only Fizz and Fiora in that mid lane, so no actual like wave clear out of Linkin Park. They're not able to take away this wave. 5 men just stacked up, so they're able to do some damage. They're going to take 1, or they're going to try for 2. No, they might just back up, reset. They were able to get the Elder, they're able to get 1 kill. They do try to back in the middle of the lane, which is not the smartest thing to do. They're canceling their returns all day long. Again, canceled 1 recall. Linkin Park is probably, after canceling all these recalls, they're probably able to get mid-tower out of this, but there goes that cat going in. That was a big issue. She did get almost able to kill Fiora, just missed. This jumps in, not able to get the damage to kill Karma. So 1 for 0 there. Those canceled recalls from Linkin Park definitely came out to their advantage. Able to get the kill onto Katarina. And still pushing as 4 members here in this mid wave. OPRF does have a lot of wave clear, but looks like they're just going to back up and give up that mid turret. Had they been able to recall, reset, spend all that gold they got from the dragon, from that fight, as well as taking that turret, they would have probably been better off. Fizz gets caught with that. User is playful trickster. Mumu gets the 3-man ult, but he's not going to be able to do too much damage in that backline. He is going for a full tank build. So he's not able to do much damage, so he's really relying on the rest of his team. Fizz just catches Chum the Waters on Karma, and that will definitely kill him. Katarina is not able to get the reset. Lee Sin does follow up, able to get it. So Kat gets an assist, so she gets a partial reset on that. Tom Kench and Fiora trading. Fiora did ult. Tom Kench did not position himself correctly. Had he hugged the wall there, Fiora wouldn't have been able to get off that last proc of her ult and then heal back up to full. So had he positioned right, he would have been okay. Fiora is able to take that top turret. She is low on mana, so she's probably not going to be able to push too much more. She definitely relies on her mana to get the resets on her abilities. So this match is pretty close. Both teams have 3 towers. Both have an Infernal Drake. 17 to 11 kills, but the gold is only about 3,000 advantage to less than 3,000, about 2,500 advantage for Linkin Park. So it's still within closing distance. Most of that gold is going to be on Fizz compared to the Katarina, who is having some connection issues. So do you guys think OPRF is going to make a comeback here? Or will Linkin Park take the 2-0? Fizz is able to land another Chum the Waters on Karma, but Karma might be able to live here. Tom Kench just not sure if his ability was up or not. We get the redemption from Karma, which is going to save Lee Sin for the moment. Lucian is trying to do as much damage as possible, but is not able to do enough. Katarina not being there. And they're able to kill Cat. Cat does get Braum, so they take they ace their team, and looks like they're going to rotate to Baron to try and take that over. They do have the tanky Amumu there, able to tank, but the Fiora is going to have plenty of damage to take it, but will they be able to get it quick enough before anyone can show up? Looks like they will. Karma's running down mid, but there's no way to catch up to this, so it's going to be a free Baron after that ace. And Linkin Park is just dominating the objective game, getting almost all of the dragons. Getting 2 Baron buffs, 1 in the first game, 1 in this game. Karma clearing out some of that mid wave. Lee Sin looks like he's going to be taking red buff for himself instead of passing over to Lucian. Lucian did a great job kiting and trying to get as much damage in there, but Amumu still had his ult and was able to get significant damage on to the rest of the team. So Karma's there, might get caught by Chum the Water. Ezreal has to flash, kind of was too deep in there, saw Cat, saw Lee Sin. A great bandage by Amumu there to get onto their team. Cat's going to dive in on Ezreal. Great job diving. Able to get the kill onto him, but then dies in return. So let's see what the rest of the team can do here. Culling completely absorbed up by Braum shield, so not going to do that much damage. Fighting for the Ocean Drake here. Let's see if Lee Sin's able to steal it. See how much damage they're able to get on this team. Fizz is able to secure it. Karma gets caught by a bandage toss. All the stuff able to destroy Karma. Chum the Waters misses him because he was dead. Tom Kench looks like he probably will go down here with a stun. Shields are big, but not big enough, not enough damage in return for the team. OPRF would have been better just giving to them for free. It's an Ocean Drake, it's not a Mountain, it's not an Elder, and we're past that laning stage, so the poke potential will help out with Linkin Park, but not much that's going to be able to be done at this point. Lee Sin has failed to make any significant catches on that backline, so we'll team up with Cat. So Lucian heal and flash. Fiora still trying to catch up to him. And it looks like they'll get the kill here. Fizz will get the kill. So try to get out there best as he can, but just too much damage from the side of Linkin Park. So they're trying to clear the wave. Probably out of position. Should have been just back, given that I've cleared the wave and gotten out, but ran back in. The Waters lands on Tom Kench. She's going to get chunked down for a big amount here. Cat's going to jump in. Is Cat going to get a reset on Braum? Cat does get a reset on Braum. Let's see. Fiora does cancel her TP in instead of coming in to dive. No, Ezreal's going to take top turret all by himself. He does not have Baron buff. They probably should have someone else split pushing there, but instead they choose to have him. If there was someone else split pushing, they might have been able to do something. Ezreal will go down. Looks like Uwu will go down as well. All 5 members of OPRF rotating together. Uwu tried to save Ezreal, but was not able to. So 3 men down right now for Linkin Park. They did lose 2 more Baron buffs and have not been able to crack that base.
Never falter.
Fiora is definitely going to be pretty hard to deal with right now. She's got lots of health. She was able to pick up lots of lifesteal. She's going to be really tough to kill, especially when she's diving the backline here. Fiora just constantly going that backline, able to heal completely up. And they're just not doing a good enough job of guiding Fiora from that backline. She's sitting in a member 4 of them right now, and they finally get the kill. Lucian's able to do enough damage. We get the reset from Cat. This was great for OPRF. They might be able to make a comeback here. Again, OPRF just recalling in the middle of the wave. They definitely need to think about that a little bit more. Able to catch out Karma. We're going to get the Cat ult. She's going to kill Ezreal fairly quickly. Fizz can't jump in because Fizz is just too low, and Amumu is going to go down as well. So this could be the OPRF comeback. So with that Baron buff, Linkin Park was not able to do too much. Tom Kench has been able to kill the backline, stop Fiora from getting to the backline as well. So mid-wave pushing in. Lee Sin's gonna get some damage onto that turret, and then he's gonna back up just to keep it safe. Next Baron isn't up for another minute 40. The next Drake is going to be the Elder Drake. So both teams will definitely have to position around that. They do only have 1 Inferno on each side. Red buff given over to Katsuo on that Fiora. Drew on the Katarina is able to get to that point now where if she gets a couple of resets, Katarina will just destroy the rest of the team. So Linkin Park definitely has to worry about trying to get a pick and getting someone quick enough so that Kat doesn't get her resets off if they're not able to dive the back line. So Braum and Ezreal pushing that bot side. Fiora did just go back, almost got picked out by Lee Sin, but did not ward the bush, just face checked. So 5 men stacked up for OPRF in this mid lane. We're going to get a TP out of Fiora, which is not going to be able to do much. They should be able to walk away. If Karma needs to, she can shield everyone. There we go, and then just walk away. So a little bit of a waste TP by Fiora. Braum and Amumu definitely have to save their ability to make sure Cat jumps into the backline. She's not able to destroy Fizz or Ezreal. Looks like Linkin Park might be trying to sneak into the Baron or the Dragon Pit and take the Elder. They do know that they're in there. They were spotted out by a couple wards. So I'm not sure if they're just trying to bait it. They are able to catch Lee Sin. Oh, Tom Kench keeps Lee Sin safe. That would have been disastrous had Lee Sin gone down there because Elder and Baron are up. And they would have been able to just rotate from one to the other. So it definitely looks like they're going to try and bait it out, pull it out of the pit a little bit. OPRF is working their way around the side, trying to get in there. Still pretty healthy. Cat's now just making it to the fight. Lulu is going to get kicked here and caught. Maybe a little early. Cat was not in that backline. There she goes. Saves the ult, saves the exhaust. This looks like it might be it. If they're able to get one or two more. Ezreal uses heal. Fiora is chasing him down. Lance is stunned. That's going to be all she wrote. Karma's the last one alive. He's going to get caught by a Mumu. Now we get the exhaust out of Karma. And it looks like Linkin Park might just push it right down. That was a very bad setup. Lee Sin got put in too far deep. Great kick, knocked a bunch of people up, but then went too far into the lane, or into the Dragon Pit. They just melted him through before Cat can even get to the fight. Had Cat been there as soon as Lee went in, it would have been great for them. Linkin Park looks like they're going to try and take Baron. I don't know if they're going to rotate to Elder before it's up, but they do have two big waves pushing in top and bottom side. They're going to have to clear those very quickly after the Baron, or they might lose another tower. Tom Pet's going to try and ult, try and be able to save them. Maybe they're just going to let it go for free. Looks like OPRF might be moving in position for the Elder. They do have mid pushed up fairly well, so it'll take a while for those super minions to be able to get in there. One downside, there's only one red trinket onto each team. They're not able to clear wards as efficiently as they should be able to. This two fights going all far, not able to do any damage to themselves. They're super healthy. Get 4 kills. Fizz gets the triple. Looks like he's gonna get a quadra here, just from the tick down. And that will be it. Game, folks. Linkin Park goes 2-0 in the first week of the matchup. Push these super minions in with the Baron buff. Nothing that can be done now by OPRF. Great game. Yes, we do have some connection issues for quite a bit here. But great games from both teams at this point. Good first week matchup. Definitely good job, Linkin Park. Definitely came in as the underdogs in this game. If you were to just look at ranks alone, obviously, as I said earlier, ranks alone do not do much for you. You definitely need to make sure you play well as a team, make proper calls. But good match by both teams at this point. So again, Linkin Park goes up 2-0. They will hold first place in the tournament for just a short while now, until we have some more games later on today. So Linkin Park 1-0, OPRF 0-1. Still a chance to get in it. Remember, we're taking 8 teams to the playoffs. So as long as you're not on that bottom 4, you will be qualified for the playoffs. So plenty of time. 6 games left for each team. We have a lot of games left. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, guys. It's at ChiHSeSports. And then also follow us on Twitch if you haven't already hit that follow button. We'll be streaming games every week. If I can do one live, I would appreciate it for scheduling wise, so let me know. Otherwise, I'll be casting replays as they send them to me, probably Monday nights or Sunday nights, depending on the time of when I get them. So check us out. Check out our YouTube as well, linked in there from the bots. That's where all the replays will be posted. So if you're interested in seeing other games that were not streamed, the replays will be posted there. They will not be casted unless someone wants to cast them besides me. But I'll be casting at least one game a week, depending on schedule, preferably live. Again, depending on how it works. Great game, Linkin Park 2-0 over OPRF, and we will see you guys next week.